I just wanna ride my bike, yeah. I'm just sick of always watching the news. I just wanna go outside, yeah. Spend a weekend way up top with a view.
Hey, what is up, everybody? So, it's been a while, but we are getting back into it. I think it's been like a week or two, but we are getting back into this podcast. So, welcome. You are listening to another episode of The Rim Break, and I'm your host, Albert, and I am on my bicycle right now. I'm going to appreciate Bombas today, and Bombas is a sock startup. So just a little bit about what they do and some of the products that they sell. So Bombas sells high quality premium socks. They got the name by the Latin word for bumblebees. Bombas is Latin word for bumblebees, and that also inspires their communal way of living, close-knit community, and working together on whatever they do together. So the name is Bumblebees in Latin, and they're also trying to get that culture of teamwork. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It ties in with their company culture, the products, and also just the meaning of the word. So I think they're pretty clever with how they tied all of those together. So good job on Bombas for that. Incorporate the idea to their entire company, from products to workplace to workplace environment. Some cool things that I found while researching them is they have a strong social mission. It's pretty similar to the Tom's and Warby Parker model, the one-for-one model, where you buy a pair of socks or an item from them, and then they donate an item to to people out in homeless shelters, which is really cool. Some other cool things is they have a laundry back guarantee, where if you lose one of your socks in the Bermuda Triangle of laundry, they will send you another pair of Bombas socks, no questions asked. And they stand by their products 100% with their happiness guarantee. So if you're not satisfied with anything or by anything, they will figure it out and either replace it or refund your order. So they are very accommodating to your needs. And let's jump into the history of Bombas. Bombas was founded in 2013 by Randy Goldberg, who is the current chief branding officer and co-founder, and David Heath, a co-founder and CEO of Bombas. And they both were working at a startup before forming Bombas. So it's pretty cool that they met at a startup and they started their own startup. So I think that's pretty interesting, but that's how companies usually get started. And they were on Facebook, or the idea came when they were on Facebook and they saw a post that said socks were the number one most requested item in homeless shelters. So they decided to act on this problem. And they were also inspired by the Tom's and Warby Parker model, as I stated earlier. So they adopted that model of the buy one and donate one. So when you buy a Bombas socks, they also donate one. So it's pretty cool. They were both unsatisfied with the quality of socks currently at the market. So socks kind of took over the world, and they started sampling and just started playing around with the options that they had at the time. So their field work included going into gyms and giving away socks to random people, random gym goers. Lots of positive feedback when they decided to scale up as well. So they launched an Indiegogo campaign to get more funding. So So they originally set out a goal to raise $15,000 over 30 days, but they raised about $145,000, just a little bit under $150,000 over that 30-day period. So that's pretty amazing. And their first 24 hours on the Indiegogo campaign, they raised $25,000. So that's definitely quite a large chunk of change for a startup, which is really cool. Then Bombas received $1 million in 1 year from friends and family. So they have a lot of people backing them and a lot of people believing in them, which is really cool. And in 2014, Bombas went on the TV show Shark Tank, and they struck a deal with Draymond John, the Fubu founder, for $200,000 for 17.5% of the company. I think this was a pretty important step for Bombas to scale because it helped them move from $450,000 in revenue to $50 million in sales. So yeah, it's pretty cool that they scaled up so quickly and so rapidly. They also stuck with the drop shipping model, so just online sales, because if they were to do retail, they would lose a lot of money because of all the fees associated with the retail space. So Bombas has a focus on premium socks and just the experience associated with a brand. So high quality materials, great unique designs, some unique attributes in their products. In their socks are the ankle tab to reduce blisters behind the heel, a honeycomb arch support for comfort. So, and they also play with the design of the bumblebee, and yeah, it's a pretty cool looking sock. Bombas is kind of like the Starbucks of socks, premium product. Allows one to charge a premium price. So yeah, coffee was pretty cheap, and it didn't have an expensive price tag when it first came out. It was pretty low quality, and then Starbucks came along and they started using higher quality beans and just the better experience for customers. And they started charging a little bit more for their product, and people were like, okay, I'm down. And that's what Bombas is doing with their socks. The socks are pretty pricey, and we'll jump into that a little bit later. But they are definitely also mission driven, so the buy one, sell one. They also want to be a great place to work with an emphasis on employee volunteering as well as donations and just improving the community. It's a pretty tight-knit workplace, just how like the bees work in a hive together. Bombas, they also offer unlimited vacation and free meals a couple times a week, and they also have a company retreat. And yeah, Bombas is expanding their product line to other clothing products like t-shirts. And something that got me thinking was unlimited vacation. I just can't wrap my head around that. Unlimited vacation. They offer it. I mean, you obviously have to work, but unlimited vacation. Yeah, that's just crazy. But yeah, let's just jump into their pricing and the products and service and competitors in a similar category. So premium products they demand a premium price, and Bombas are not cheap. A 12-pack of no-show Bomba ankle socks will run you about $144, but they're discounted to 50%, or 15% when you buy a savings pack to $122, but that's still a lot of money. And buying one pair of their hiking athletic socks will run you about $18 for a single pair. And their t-shirts cost around $36. So their products are a bit pricey, but they do use higher end products to justify that expensive price tag. And I'm not surprised because a lot of like established running shoe companies have been charging a premium price for their premium socks for years. But Bombas is doing it a little different with the value packs by selling them a whole bunch of pairs at once at a premium price. It's pretty smart on their end because they can get better margins with these larger purchases. Some similar competitors that they have are brands like Stance socks. They've been providing premium socks at a premium price, but they only sell it at like one pair at a time, I believe. But I think they've also been getting on that trend of multi-packs, so they can charge a little bit more. But Stance is not exclusive to online sales because they do play in the retail playground as well. Yeah, so it's a pretty interesting company so far, and their customer personas, I believe their customer personas are millennials, and yeah, I think millennials are starting to value like a higher quality product that will last and that they can actually enjoy. Also, their clever marketing, like on the YouTube channel, is definitely hitting a younger crowd. I think they're trying to get at like the college student who loses one of their socks at the laundromat and they can't afford another pair, so that's probably why they added the laundry guarantee to keep that person as a customer, as a reoccurring customer in the future. Their business or their motto, Bombas' motto is "Be Better." The motto is also stitched into every sock that they make. Bombas is headquartered in New York City, founded in New York by David Heath and Randy Goldberg. It is a private company. They have about 108 employees. Pretty small company, but it's a fast and growing startup. They are projected at $100 million in revenue this year, and they are focused only on online sales. They work out of an office in NYC. The key product that they make are great socks, from ankle to crew to calf socks to athletic to just lounging socks. But they're currently working on expanding their product line to t-shirts. And I do expect that they would touch on to like the athletic shorts and other accessories like hats and outerwear and other clothing. I just think that they're trying to expand as they grow as a company. I see Bombas as like expanding to like something like a Lululemon. So they're making all kinds of like different premium items. And their social mission, the buy one get one or the buy one donate one, I could see them expanding out of that as well. Expanding to like education. So rather than just trying to fix the problem by giving us a pair of socks to them, just put a band-aid. Like, I think that's putting a band-aid on top of the problem. It's like, okay, cool, you give them a pair of socks. You're making the homeless or the person in need, their life a little bit easier, which is really nice. But I could see them giving like classes and educating people, trying to help them get out of their situation and improving their quality of life, rather than putting a band-aid on it and just giving them a pair of socks. So the education side of things and actually like doing meaningful work, I think that's going to be more beneficial than just giving a pair of socks, in my opinion. But people don't want my opinion, you know? It's like PewDiePie, right? Nobody asked for his opinion.